Did you clean up afterwards?
I did. No, I'm just kidding.
So that was what was on the mirror.
You said have a good time.
Oh my God. Hey, babies. Welcome to the Dr. Beauty Podcast hosted by me, Dr. Anna Guanche. I'm so excited you're here. We plan to educate, inspire, and entertain you. This podcast is not just about beauty. It's about lifestyle, inspiration, life hacks, and of course, beauty. Babies, I am so excited to have Elizabeth Morales here. Sometimes she goes by Elizabeth Morales, and sometimes she goes by Elizabeth Morales Rubenstein, right?
Right.
And she's an actress. She has her own podcast. It's called Unsupervised, and that fits her personality really well. We've known each other for a few years, and every time we see each other, we laugh and laugh and laugh, and that's my favorite part.
And we're naughty.
And we're naughty, occasionally inappropriate.
Yes.
And you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
And we did a show together called Hashtagged.
We did.
At least I was a little tiny cameo. And
you let us use your amazing Bella Skin Institute. And that was so fun, wasn't it?
So fun. We have to do it again.
Yes.
And we had...
and he's blowing up. Like, he's just he's just blowing up all over the place, Dave Bautista.
Say his name.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
We love you, Dave Bautista.
Was my doctor on the Hashtagged show. I was the
Dr.
patient.
Rush.
Dr. Rush. He was in a rush, too.
Yeah. It's so cute. That was so fun.
Cute. And his wife, too, was in... Did she end up in one of the episodes or no?
Yeah, his ex-wife, yeah. And
I did not realize.
Oh, no. And the great thing was we made top 10 funniest moments for Dave Bautista. We made number 8 with that sketch.
Oh, I love it.
I know.
See?
It's really nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then your podcast, Unsupervised.
Left
I was
Unsupervised.
on it one time.
Yes.
Came to your house.
That's when I first was starting it off.
Yeah.
You came over and we did it in that little back room at my house.
And we have like special soundproofing on the wall and all these things. And I was like, this is like, it was cool.
Well,
headphones and like special microphones.
Maybe that's where you got the bug.
I probably got the bug from you.
You were on fire too. You were so good. And that was right before you were thinking of you were working on your book.
Yes. I was going to write my book and I was talking about how it's going to be out soon. That's right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
7 Days to Sexy.
Yes. And it's out.
And it's out on Amazon. It's available now on Amazon.
Yes.
Not that this is a commercial for
And when you look at this, you realize that she knows the secret to 7 Days to Sexy. Can you do it in 5?
5
You
days
could do
to
it
sexy.
in 5 minutes.
5 minutes to sexy. In fact, that's one of the first things I say in the book is that you actually don't need 7 days. You can be sexy in like minutes. You just change your mindset, your attitude, the way you walk, talk, slap on some heels and some lipstick.
And ready to go.
And you're ready to go. It's all about your attitude. It's all about the attitude. Okay, and some eyelashes. I don't think I could be sexy without fake eyelashes.
You see, I didn't have time to do my lashes today. I just whipped
everybody
the
take a
mascara.
good look at her eyelash. No, I'm just kidding. So So what are your projects that are going on right now? I want to hear all about it.
So right now I'm working on a script with a girl named Amy Mata. She's a really good friend of mine. She's an amazingly talented actress and producer and writer. And so we're working on a script right now, like a dramedy, our show that we're writing and hopefully be pitching soon. Left Unsupervised, the podcast is kind of, I took a hiatus because I had some issues.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
And so, I took a break and now I'm coming back and I'm really excited. I think this season I have like some really fun guests coming on. So I'm quite excited about it.
Oh, so you're back.
I'm back.
Now I'm back.
And I get to be on your podcast. You're on fire, girl. Mm-hmm. You got a book. You've got your podcast. You're all over TV. Like doing, promos and beauty treatments. Dr. Beauty, no kidding. You're on fire.
I'm dying trying.
You're on fire.
Nothing is accidental.
But
It just happened accidentally.
No, but I look at your social media page and sometimes I wonder like where you get the energy, because I have a lot on my plate and your social media is amazing. And you're gonna have to teach me, school me on TikTok, Dr. Beauty.
We'll do a TikTok today. You don't have to twist my arm. Twist my arm.
Twist.
Oh, okay. I love TikTok. I think it's one of the best creative platforms where you could take an idea and make it into something. You can make people laugh. You get instant feedback. Like either it goes viral or it completely flops. People tell you honest feedback. It's kind of painful sometimes, but it also is like it's a wild new frontier. It feels different to me, more exciting. So I don't do it, like I keep saying, I've been mentioning this on my podcast, that I don't do TikTok for promotion. Like I don't do it to talk about necessarily procedures or anything. I do it for fun. And it's brought a lot of new followers to our Instagram because the people see me on TikTok and then follow and they're like, oh, she does this procedure and this procedure. And so it's actually ended up being a benefit, but not with any intention of that,
Well, but you can tell that you're just having fun. And me, I'm a proponent of, I love to do everything with humor.
Yes.
That's like my favorite thing.
I almost announced you as a comedian, or did I? Did I announce you as a comedian? Because to me, I think you're hilarious and I think of you as a comedian. Or how do you? You're welcome. Is that not the highest compliment?
Yes, for me it is, because like that is the goal of life for me, is to make people laugh. I love laughter. Like laughter to me is everything. Like if you ask me what is the one thing that you need in your life, and it's laughter.
Yes.
And so I find like even my tagline for Left Unsupervised is, who says informative has to be boring?
It's true.
And informative, and I think that's one of your strong suits too, is you make the information fun to hear. And then there's moments that you're serious, like when you're talking about your sunblock, you're not, can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not fucking around with the sunblock.
Exactly. We can cuss on this podcast.
I won't go to it all the time, but
occasional
natural flow. I gotta
when it's coming through, just let it. Let it fly. Because you're actually Cuban, right?
I'm Cuban American.
Cuban.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Miami?
No.
What?
No, I know.
Are you okay?
So I grew up everywhere. I was born in Jersey. I graduated high school in Las Vegas. I lived in Guatemala, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Miami. But I didn't move out here from Miami.
So you did move out. Well, see, I'm married to a Cuban.
How's that?
A Cuban.
How's that? How's that?
It's like the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's like it's like the firecracker. Passion. That's what it's like. I've been married a long time. We go to Miami every year for the holidays, and we love that Cuban food.
Oh, I love that Cuban
and
food
the warmth,
too. The beach,
the loud conversation.
How loud is it at your husband's house?
How loud?
Is the music on? Are they dancing salsa?
I married the only soft-spoken Cuban person there ever was. But
yeah, he's pretty soft-spoken.
Yeah, when you go to his family's house, it's like, really loud.
I know, Mike.
But I still love you, Myra. But it is loud.
Oh, so one of my funniest stories when me and Mike first started dating. So you know how they do the lechon?
Yeah.
Okay,
lechon, you guys tell him.
So the lechon is this huge pig that they put in this wooden box, and they dig a hole in the ground and they cook it all day long. So then they serve this whole pig. So I'm married to a nice Jewish boy. We go to Florida. It's his first time, with Cubans, around Cubans, and, a bunch of loud Latinos.
Yeah.
And we walk in, and he sees the whole pig on the table, and he is horrified. And he's like, baby, did you see what's in the kitchen? And I'm like, what? And I go and I'm like, oh, the pig. And he's like, yeah, I'm not having any of that. And I'm like, oh,
It's his
but
loss.
it's delicious. And he's like, oh, no. So then one of our friends was walking by, she had a little piece of the chicharrón.
The skin.
The burnt, it's like crispy. It's got all the seasoning.
So
and she
good.
walks by Mac and she goes, oh, you should try this. And she puts it in his mouth. And he's like, what is this? And she's like, oh, that's the chicharrón, the pig skin. And he was like, And then I went to go get him a plate, and I go, you want a plate? And he's like, yeah, make sure you put some of that chicharrón in there.
Chicharrón.
At first, he was horrified. There's a pig.
Honestly, it's pretty graphic when you see the whole pig.
Especially if you're not used to it.
Out when you're not used to it.
And you're Jewish. You don't eat pork.
I know you don't eat pork. And then there's this whole pork. Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
They call it a cajachina, which I'm not
Cajachina.
sure why. Is a Chinese box, right? Cajachina?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But, it's just like luau's, right? They bury the pork
underground
and
with the banana
cook it.
leaves.
Yeah. So it's pretty freaking delicious. If you have no problems with pork, it is unbelievably good. Something to look forward to. That and plátanos maduros.
Oh, yeah.
And black beans and rice.
I'll make you some of my black
hungry?
beans. I make some gas.
You make black beans and you haven't made me any yet?
Oh, I didn't know you liked them.
This time.
Do you like red or black?
Black.
Okay. I'll be hooking you up.
Okay, she's gonna hook me up. So you said you took a break from your podcast.
I did. I took a break.
Called, unsupervised.
Left unsupervised.
Oh, left unsupervised.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's left unsupervised. Yeah, I took a break for a little while. I took a break from pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I had to. So it was it was different.
What happened?
Well, I got diagnosed with acute pancreatitis one day. I just woke up and I was screaming in pain. And Mike rushes me to the hospital and he's like, you have acute pancreatitis. They tell me I have acute pancreatitis. They don't know why. Then they do all these tests and they find an extra pancreas tissue in my stomach. So then I get that removed. And they thought it was that. And they couldn't figure out why I kept getting it. So I was in and out of the hospital. I dropped 30 pounds. It was so scary. I thought I was dying. I started writing Aiden, my son, a letter, letters for every, and then they couldn't figure it out. So I believe you should always be your own advocate, no matter what, whether it's health, whether it's your work, whether you have to be your own advocate. So I started doing my own research, and I had a girlfriend that was going through something called BII, breast implant illness. She was having all these weird symptoms, and she was, Perla had said she was married to Slash, and she started putting all of this on social media, making women aware. So I saw how she was so sick. She removed her implants, and then she looked amazing, her skin color, everything. So as soon as I removed my implants, my pancreatitis went away. So it causes pancreatitis, certain lymphoma cancers, the implants, the FDA just came out. So I'm kind of now trying to make more women aware. And I'm not here to say that all breast implants are bad because I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I do know that there's more. Case. Yeah, in my case. And there's more and more information out there of what can happen. It doesn't mean every woman is going to have BII, but there is a possibility that it can happen. So for me, it was a choice that I made. It was kind of my last resort. It was like an experiment, and it paid off. So now I'm recuperating, and I'm feeling fantastic from not being able to get off the couch and having nurses come. I put IVs in me 3 times a week because I couldn't eat. We can't eat when you have pancreatitis.
Yeah.
To now, where now I'm flourishing. I feel great. So yeah, it was a journey, and I learned a lot. And you take a lot of things for granted in life, and one day you can just wake up and all of that could just be changed. So my new motto in life is I was out with my husband and I was buzzed. I had a couple of margaritas and grabbing him in the car.
You?
Yes. And I'm in the car with my husband. I'm like, that's it, baby. I'm buzzed. We had a little afternoon lunch a couple margaritas. So I had a couple, he had one. And I'm talking all this crap in the car, and I'm like, yeah, baby, you know, we're gonna get crazy, and you know, we gotta live life.
Yeah.
And you know, we gotta drink and have sex all over the house and on the counters.
That's
and,
a good plan.
You know, yeah, I'm like, Aiden's going to college, so you know, we gotta just do it. Like, I'm gonna like live my life like there's no tomorrow. And the next thing I'm in the bathroom. I was throwing up. I had the spits, and he's like, well, that party lasted about a whole 2 minutes.
Have you ever noticed, like, you're out and you're wearing your heels and you're dancing all night and you're wild and sexy, and the second you get in the car, like the second you try to peel those shoes off your feet, you're like, oh, my feet hurt.
Oh my God.
Start pulling out your extensions and rip off your eyelash. And then next thing you know, like, it's like you turned into someone you weren't. Like, you were this hot, sexy girl, and all of a sudden you're like, I gotta go to bed right now. Either I gotta throw up or I gotta go to bed. I thought you were wild and crazy and all sexy. What happened? What happened?
Michael was like, you were sure talking a lot of shit about 20 minutes ago in there when, we get home. Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, I know. But then I sat down.
Then I realized, then he will hold you to that though later. If you mention something like that, then you will be held accountable for that.
For life until you
exactly exactly
until you pay the piper.
The car you said, like, they might forget 100 million other things you said, but what you said in the car that day will be remembered. You were gonna have sex all over the house, and you were gonna go wild.
And what happened?
Come up. It's gonna come up.
Oh yeah, but then they can't remember what you told them like 10 minutes
2
ago.
seconds ago.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Did you go through all this during the pandemic?
Yes, it was crazy. It was a lot of togetherness, you know, which is good.
Yeah, I think it was good for bonding in some ways, bonding with your family.
And then there was moments that I got in my car.
You're like, I need to drive around the block.
I drove, cried.
You know, I got lucky because I worked the entire time.
Did you?
Yeah, I guess
you did get lucky.
Healthcare was considered essential, so
our industry, my industry closed down. You know, they couldn't shoot. You had no auditions. You had, you know, so basically you're just left to your own.
Stay home and.
Yeah, so I started a jewelry line. I'm like, all right, well,
really?
since I can't be on, you know, camera, then I started. It's called Charm Chameleon, and it's for mass. It's like a mass chain. They're 18 karat gold filled.
What does that mean, a mass chain?
It's a chain that so when you're not wearing your mask.
A mask chain.
Yeah, mask.
And
then once you don't wear the mask,
it's hanging on your.
Your mask is hanging, but then once let's say you're not wearing your mask, you double it up and you just wear it as a necklace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice. So it's called a chameleon.
Yeah, so it's called Charm Chameleon. It's a little chameleon.
I only get the second name of anything you tell me. Have you noticed that?
Left unsupervised.
She has a podcast called Unsupervised. It's left unsupervised. Okay. And then what's the other one? It's a chameleon. No, It's not just chameleon. It's charmed chameleon.
Charmed chameleon.
Get it right. Can we find that on Instagram too?
Yeah, you can find that on Instagram. And like Lisa Ling posted a lot. She had one of my pieces. And
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it is cool. I have to be creative. I'm a creative.
Yes, everyone had to pivot and figure out what they're going to do differently.
Remember that episode on Friends? Pivot. You don't remember when Ross was bringing up the couch in the staircase? Pivot. You have.
I need to watch that episode.
It's called
I need to get with it. Pivot.
On Friends.
Okay.
And I was watching reruns at 1 a.m. in the morning.
I'm telling you, I want to watch that whole thing from start to finish again.
What? Friends?
It
still holds up after all this time.
It's still funny, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to see that. There's a bunch of things I need to catch up on. But I end up not watching that much TV. I do Netflix binging.
I do that too.
A fair amount. Like if I have time off or a break or whatever, I'll binge a bunch of historical fiction stuff.
You're a smarty pants.
I like Rain. Did you see Rain?
No.
Did you see the Lost Kingdom?
No. Are these
Such
all
a nerd.
period?
They're all historical fiction.
Yeah, I'm like,
I only can excuse myself for binge watching things that I feel I might get enrichment from or historical perspective, because just watching regular shows makes me feel guilty. Is that weird? I grew up
Really?
not being allowed to watch TV, so it was like a waste of time. It was considered a waste of time.
Okay.
And so I feel like that's my way of getting away with things. Like I even watched Outlander. I consider that historical fiction.
Oh, you do? Hey, whatever you need to tell yourself. What nationality are you?
Well, I'm half Armenian,
right,
and English-Irish.
Wow.
So that's probably why I like Rain, because it's about Scotland and, Mary, Queen of Scots. And then...
Have you been to the motherland?
Honestly, I've not been to Scotland, or I've been to England. But London, just like touristy kind of thing. I really want to go to the English and Scottish countrysides and kind of delve a little deeper and, find those family tombstones. Just kidding.
My friend moved from Scotland. She was an actress out here in LA.
And she just moved to Scotland.
She just moved. She went on vacation. She's like, I think I'm done. I'm going to she packed up her stuff. I go, what? You're not going to act anymore? She's like, nah, I want to live. So she just left. She's like, I love those redheads.
She must be independently wealthy.
I think she's just independently free.
Yeah. She figures it out as she goes.
Yeah.
Just something I think we could do a little bit more than we think we can.
I definitely need to learn how to do that more.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of like a results person at times instead of the journey.
Yeah. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
It's
but
the
you
journey.
start thinking, when am I going to get to my damn destination?
I know. I've been doing this destination is a long trip.
I have learned that I've reached a number of destinations and I'm already, right the moment I'm getting to that destination, already have the next thing in my sights. So I rarely sit down and go, I've reached my destination. I just don't have that personality. I'm always like, next thing. But I've learned how to be happily looking towards my next goal.
It's interesting you say that. I just had this conversation with Aiden because my son, Aiden, he sets a goal and he's like really goal oriented. Like he's got these laminated things on his wall of his goals. So he sees them every day and he says them out loud.
A vision board.
Yeah, it's like and he laminates it and he's got this crazy teacher that kind of reminds me of what was that movie with Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas, Wall Street? So he kind of reminds me of a little bit. His teacher wrote a book on economics, but anyway, so Aiden's always on that goal, and so I'm like, hey, when you achieve it, celebrate it.
Yeah.
Because it's always the next one and the next one and the next one. I go, and then you don't enjoy the process, and you don't enjoy the fruits of your labor because you're always on to the next goal.
And where did he learn that from?
Well, thank you for calling me. I was trying to teach you a lesson.
You called yourself out because you literally just said, I'm about results and not about the journey. You literally just called yourself out. Before you told the story, you say, do as I say, don't do as I do, right?
You're like, mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mira. So
is your son is an actor?
Oh no, he's he's more business. His mind is all business.
Awesome.
Business. He started a political club in school where people can learn how to talk with political points of view, so that he's like, we need to change the way we talk,
right,
and not get mad, just like allow people to voice their thing and not take it offensively. So he started this whole club and it's awesome. They have conservatives and Democrats and Republicans and it's been really good.
I love that. I have some friends from childhood that I've known since I was 7 or 8. We have a group chat. We've been friends for longer than I like to mention, but during this last 5 years or so, there's been a big divide. And, normally we might disagree with each other, but so what? We don't care. there is a big divide. Like now fighting and leaving the group chat and not speaking to each other or not supporting, like, you know, it's insane. Like this is a bond you would think was unbreakable, but because of politics is now more fragile, which I would have never expected. Because, you know, if you've known people since you were 7, like nothing could ever get in the way of your relationship, you would think, right? So I've been impressed by how divisive people have become. They can't even have a debate. They just get so mad and can't talk to each other anymore.
Well, and then they start, you know, like, and what you're saying is very relatable. I think not one person, no matter how you think or what you believe, hasn't gone through that. Yeah. It's like we can't even, you know, have a conversation. And there's so many other things to talk about. And so
change the subject.
Yeah.
That's why we don't talk about politics. Like we're talking about
but this is about
politics, but I never discuss politics on my podcast or on my social media or anywhere, because automatically you're alienating 50% of the people. And in the old days, you might be able to talk politics and maybe they don't agree with you, and that's okay. It's not okay anymore to have a different political opinion than someone else. So I'm excited your son is starting you have to have like a club. Like it makes sense. Like what does it teach them? Ground rules not to lose your temper if somebody says something you don't agree with.
Yes. But I guess that's where we're at right now, right? Because what you're experiencing is what a lot of people are experiencing. Right. So
I mean, we went from a hotbed of political disagreement to this pandemic. I think like it's just like it's time to like let all that go and move on into the next roaring 20s and have fun, travel, smile, laugh, dance. And, you know, hopefully we can, you know, if we have a conversation, you don't agree with somebody, you can let it roll off your back like it used to. We never expected everyone to have the same opinion. I don't agree with
everybody's, like most of my closest friends, I don't agree with half the stuff that they do in their lifestyle. Why would I care otherwise? You know,
exactly.
It's like,
it doesn't mean you have to live like them. They're living the way they want.
Yes.
And even vaccination is now a debate. And I just had a birthday party. It was a surprise. My husband set up this amazing birthday party. And half my friends couldn't come because you have to be vaccinated. So literally, I'm one of those people that has friends from all sides. So I guess I don't feel that way. Like I have to get mad at someone who doesn't agree with me. I can be friends with people from, you know, different perspectives as far as everything goes. And then I end up sort of looking at them going, I don't agree with you. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to
stop talking to them
or be your friend anymore or whatever. But you can't come to my birthday party.
And here's the thing.
But you can't come to my birthday party. Not because you're not invited, but because so frustrating.
It's so frustrating. It is. And you know what's funny is we're out here fighting these wars, everybody, and then all the politicians are going to each other's kids' weddings, and they're all like hanging out, and you know we're over here fighting their battles. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're getting along with each other.
Yeah,
it's funny, right? It's interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really think that relationships are our treasure in life. That's probably one of our most important, if not the most important thing.
I agree.
Friends, family, all that. So I think hopefully we'll be able to like re-guide ourselves or, you know, regroup. Like maybe the pendulum has swung all the way to one side and it's going to come back, hopefully to the middle where we're able to have conversation, know each other, and accept. Because what it is people are just tiptoeing around each other for the sake of getting along and not telling other people what they really think for the sake of getting along. Or they're telling them what they think and not having, you know, and breaking up.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
It's got to change because relationships shouldn't be based on someone agreeing with everything you think. It's
no, and there is a saying that if everybody likes you, then you're not doing it right, you know. And so I just feel like at this point, we all know how we think. Right. I mean, I know how every one of my friends thinks. I'd rather not even talk about it. So now what I do in my group of friends, whenever, no, we don't talk about that.
We're not talking about it.
We're not talking about it. There's so many other things. Listen, I can go on for days about shit that I got to do and motivation that I need.
Oh, there's plenty.
You know?
I know.
Yeah.
And also, one last thing about that is since I'm not a politician and I'm not going out there doing something specifically about this, it feels like you're just spinning your wheels to me. Like you're just talking about all the things that upset you or that you'd rather have differently or whatever. And you're not are you doing something about it? If I could do something about it, great. Other than vote, I can vote and I do that. But other than that, unless I'm going to make a life of politics for myself, which I'm definitely not going to
either. No,
then
thank you.
I'm not going to like spend my time agreeing, disagreeing, fighting, whatever with people about it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know, but that's how I feel.
Hey, and it's okay.
Right? Yeah, is that okay with you? Are you
I'm okay. I'm okay with you feeling the way you feel.
Yeah, there are people who think I should be more politically opinionated and should be championing different causes. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, but I also believe that those are the people that are out there telling everybody what they need to do, but they're not being political champions of what they believe in.
Right.
So, like,
it's
a little hypocritical.
Okay.
Yeah, leave me alone, man. I just want to laugh.
I want to keep things all happy. I want to make people laugh. And the name of the podcast is Dr. Beauty Podcast.
I love it.
Because I love making people look and feel beautiful and confident and all that.
And you do.
So I wanted to ask you what I ask every guest, which is, what is your definition of beauty?
My definition of beauty is confidence. I agree. I think you can, I don't know, if you could see a girl or a guy and you're like, you might not go, and then they're confident and they own who they are and they own their space and you're like, ooh, that person, they're kind of hot. That's kind of sexy, you know?
Yeah.
So I think confidence is very beautiful, but beauty is like, I feel like beauty is everywhere. It's just where you choose to look.
That's true. You can find beauty in anything.
Yeah.
I sometimes look at things on a molecular level being beautiful. Like I might look at something like a rose and think it's beautiful, but I might also think, how cool is it that you can compress carbon dioxide into this and make it bubbly? Like, there's just things like that. And I know I'm kind of nerdy, but it gives you, there's like so much more to anything. You can delve a little bit deeper and see the beauty of it, how it works and how nature works and all that. But I also agree with you that confidence is beauty. And I tell my patients, it's not about what procedure I do on them. It's about how they feel afterward.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're going to go out there and be your best self and you're going to be confident, you're going to talk to people? Or do you feel diminished, embarrassed, insecure about something, And my job is to unleash that really cool, confident self in you. And some people obviously have issues. And I try to identify, obviously I'm not going to change your life by changing this one thing about your face. But if they just have a distracting thing on their face or something they really, really focus on, and you take that away or make it better, and they can just be confident. It's awesome.
Well, we all have our own things, right? Like that drive us crazy. And we're like, if I could only fix this. And if you can give that to somebody. And you're so talented. I mean, you're such a smart and beautiful, incredible doctor. No, and there is an art form to what you do. So there's also artistry, I think, in the kind of work that you do. And to be able to give that to somebody is really cool.
It's cool. It's cool. Thank you. That is very high compliments. And I really do try to approach each patient with a feeling of it. This needs to be specific to their face. It needs to be what this person needs, and try to have a harmonious look to their face and natural and all that stuff. But thank you. Yeah. And I hope that what I do for people makes them feel confident. But I also realize that there are people you can meet that if you showed someone a picture of this person, you'd be like, and then you talk to them and boom, their personality and their passion and their confidence. There's a couple of people I can name as examples, and I don't know if I should or not. Should I?
Why not?
Well, I've met Pitbull, for example, and he, if you just took a picture of him, we were at a Walk of Fame ceremony, and you'd be like, okay, that's a good-looking guy, but not necessarily.
You're not
extreme. Yeah, but then he starts talking,
And you're like, dale, papi.
Wow.
He's charismatic and the charisma.
Yes, that is what adds, it's everything. It's everything. And so if we all could learn from that and realize that the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you act, what you really believe about yourself is very important. So
Plus, I think Pitt brings, like, I love Pitbull. I mean, first of all, he's Cuban, so I love him. But I went to a Tony Robbins, 3-day Unleash the Power Within. I walked on fire with everything, but Pitt was there. And he just has this amazing ability to just brighten up a room. Like, there's just this, and I think that is,
it's magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. I went to the music awards and all these unbelievable artists were performing one after the other. And then Pitbull got on stage and boom, the entire audience was on their feet. And we'd been listening to like big names like Katy Perry and like, Eminem, different people that were unbelievable, right? But, but then they got
Quiero parar en la fiesta, don't stop the party.
And everyone in that whole auditorium was on their feet. And I said, how does he do that? Dude, he's just got passion.
He's electrical. He's
electric. And he happens to be Cuban. That's why I brought him up out of all the people I could bring up as an example.
She know where to hit
Elizabeth, I know how to get to my guests. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty amazing to see in person that magic. And I've heard about it with other people too, famous people that have something. But on any level, whether you're famous or not, you can have that personal power.
Absolutely.
You can cultivate it. You can try to make it bigger, or you can be completely unaware of it and just go with the flow. So I think that life is different for different people depending on how much they try to tap in intentionally or how just sort of unwittingly they just go through life and let life drag them around,
Yeah, but I also think that's work. Like, I don't think Pitbull just has that because he was just born with that. I think you have part of that, but I think he's also, and I'm not speaking for him, but to have that positivity in life and to turn the negative into positive, like he says, like that's work. Like right. Even when I'm working on myself and I'm doing stuff, in order for me to sometimes not fall down that rabbit hole of darkness at times, because I can do that. It's work but I rather work to feel good than work, because it's work too to go down that rabbit hole. So it does take work.
Yeah, one of the things people don't realize is that being unhappy or talking about unhappy, negative things, or making sure everybody understands how horrible things are for you is just as much work as lifting people up, lifting yourself up, pulling yourself out of that mood. Not talking about it, but talking about something else that's more forward moving, that's just as much work, but it takes you to a much better place.
Absolutely. The payoff is better.
Yeah, the payoff is better.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, because you're pulling yourself out of it, but you're also pulling the people around you, you're lifting them. And that's something that I find is like, it's the thing. It's the thing.
It is the thing.
That I love, Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you, do you have somebody that inspired you growing up or even just right now as your career progresses, what inspires you?
Well, I get inspiration from a lot of different things and people like I love
Pitbull.
I love Pitbull. I love like Lucille Ball, let's say. Yeah. Like I get inspiration from comedy from her, the facial expression, like how free she was. I get inspiration from, growing up my grandmother, how she was like her laughter. And maybe that's what, like light bulb moment right now. I just had an aha moment. Maybe that's why I love the sound of laughter. My grandmother had this very boisterous, present, like she would laugh and people would laugh. Yeah, the way she was laughing.
It was infectious. Like
exactly. So, she's one of the greatest inspirations to me because she was very artistic. She was a seamstress. She made wedding dresses, gorgeous wedding dresses. And she was very artistic, but she was a lot of joy in her, like laughter. So, yeah, there's different things I get inspiration from.
I love that. You know, I ask everyone who inspires them, and it's very often that it's a parent or a grandparent. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
When you say Lucille Ball, so one thing I try to tell young people is you don't have to know the person that inspires you. You don't have to.
That's true.
Know them personally. There might be people in your life. You should be looking for people to kind of like level you up or give you some ideas about how to handle things, because there's nothing like seeing somebody do it themselves for you to follow in their footsteps. But having said that, there's plenty of times where you don't maybe have access to that right now. And so you look for your masters, like who are the people that you think really had it going on, and start studying their life and sort of embodying them and the things you do. And I think that really helps like move you forward.
I agree.
Yeah, because I have people that follow me that are pre-med, or there's things they're trying to get to. It doesn't have to be medicine. It can be anything, and they're looking for inspiration. I say, you can find it everywhere. Look at people who've done something you thought was great, and you don't have to do exactly what they did, but you hearken towards that. Like you're drawn towards that.
Yeah.
And it makes you better.
I agree. And I think I get a lot of inspiration too from strong women. Mm-hmm. Women that have been out there like paving the way for the rest of us, for the rest of us women to be out there, So, yeah.
Like RGB.
Oh, yes. Oh, my little RGB.
Did you ever watch that movie?
No.
Oh. You guys have to see that movie. That is so funny.
The way
they put rap music juxtaposed with RGB's life.
It's just.
Wait, is it RGB? It's RBG.
RBG.
Sorry.
RBG. Oh, and I'm like, oh, yeah, yes. I'm dyslexic, so for me, it was like.
And you're like, what? RBG is the Supreme Court Justice, right? And she had this unbelievable life and very powerful. And I'm not making a political statement, by the way. This is not a political statement at all. It's just a powerful woman statement.
Exactly.
But the way they made the movie was so interesting because they put rap music. And here
funny.
She is like very, very elderly at the time when they made the movie. And it worked. It was cool. It just worked somehow.
She's just cool.
She's cool. Do you have an inspirational quote that you love that's your favorite quote?
Well, it changes.
Yeah, of course.
So right now, kind of Aiden keeps me motivated. So he has, and I think it's conceive, believe, achieve. Mm-hmm. And that was, he wrote Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, yeah, Napoleon Hill. Oh,
that's
you guys,
his quote.
If you guys have been listening to my podcast, or even my morning quotes, I love Napoleon Hill.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And yes, and Think and Grow Rich is one of my favorite books ever.
Shut up.
And I listened to it on audio tape. And he is the one that talks about having your masters, your imaginary masters, for example, like Benjamin Franklin or Winston Churchill. They may not even be alive anymore. Abe Lincoln, for him, he would have these imaginary conversations with them about things that were going on in his life. Or some of the guys that accomplished some of the greatest things, like Henry Ford or whatever, you would have imaginary counsel with people that you admire. What would that person advise me to do in this situation,
Oh.
So just as I was talking about mentors, that's the book that gave me that idea. That's funny.
How crazy.
Yeah.
My son turned me on to that book.
Yes.
He's like huge, like
Napoleon Hill.
Oh my God, how funny. Well, I didn't know that.
Love. Okay, so yeah, obviously, one of the things that makes things happen is when you believe they'll happen. If you don't believe it, you'll do things to sabotage yourself, and you won't take that next step towards making it happen.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
I love that. Conceive,
believe, achieve.
There's a fourth one.
What is it?
Is receive. I think that sometimes
that's a big one.
Yeah. Sometimes you think you're out of your league with something that comes to you, or you don't feel you truly deserve it. So
you're scared to ask.
You achieve it, but you sabotage it. Like it's right there, but you don't take it because
that's a good
you don't
one.
feel worthy or you're not ready to receive. So that's
Receiving is huge.
yeah.
Because you could get the best thing in the world. And if you're not ready to receive it, it's not gonna work.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that.
I think that it's almost like when you learn a new word and you think, oh, I've never heard that word before. And then all of a sudden you hear it because it's been around, but you didn't recognize it.
That's
so
true.
When good is coming to you, you may not even see that. You may gloss over it like, oh, I don't recognize that. But when you can recognize it, when you're ready to receive, it's right there and you're ready to take it.
Yeah.
So powerful stuff.
Wow. We're going deep.
We're going deep. Okay, that's it. We're done with the deep part. Okay, now we want to spin the wheel of Guanche, which is like, I don't know if it's legal to even call it that, but that's what we call it.
Spin the wheel of Guanche?
The wheel of Guanche.
Or
the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel of your fortune.
Oh, I'm scared.
All right, wait.
Let me see what's written on there first.
Yeah, go see
I
what's written on there.
Spin it.
Okay, I'm gonna hold this and you're gonna spin it, and then whatever it lands on, you're gonna we're gonna ask you some stuff.
Oh wait.
Oh, you got it. Yee, you did it. Love it or hate it. Okay, ready? I'm gonna ask you some stuff.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me whether you love it or hate it.
Okay.
Real Christmas tree.
Love it.
Hosting for the holidays.
Love it.
Working out.
Hate it. If I have to be real.
I'm probably the only person who loves to work out.
I know. I see you all the time working out.
I love to work out. I'm weird, huh?
Lucky.
Okay, cooking.
No.
Only
if I want it. Hate it. I have a love-hate.
Yeah.
It's got to be on my terms. If you expect me to cook, I hate it.
Yes.
If I'm going to surprise you with dinner, I love it.
That's it. Exactly. Just don't expect it.
Exactly.
Instagram.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah.
Leggings.
I love them.
Yeah, me too. I live in leggings if I'm
me
not
too,
at work.
if I'm home.
Yeah, I like those compression leggings that make you look like you're really firm.
Ooh, I don't know about those.
Well, like Lululemon.
Oh, the Lululemons, yeah.
Yeah, there's some other brands that make them too. They just make everything look really firm.
Yeah, okay, I need that.
Then you take them off and everything boings out like boing.
I doubt it. You love to work out.
Oh, it is. I do love to work out. I don't know why.
I know you like to dance.
I like to dance too, hip hop. I want to learn how to do bachata dancing. Have you heard of it?
Oh, of course. Bachata.
Do you bachata?
I do not bachata.
I'm looking for a studio here.
I'll go bachata. I'll go with you.
You should. We should do it.
My dad was a dancer in Cuba.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all just wait.
Dancer.
Just you wait till you see our next TikTok. We are
bachata queens.
We're gonna bachata TikTok.
Bachata.
Okay. Love it or hate it. Traffic.
Hate it.
Does anybody love traffic?
No.
However, if you're in traffic, the one thing I don't do is get mad about traffic anymore because I live in LA and traffic is part of life.
Yep.
So I have books on tape or podcasts. I happen to have podcasts that I just listen to. And that way I'm learning something while I'm sitting in the car.
I just heard about this great new podcast called Dr. Beauty.
Dr. Beauty podcast, me too. I just heard about it. Lee rings a bell. Yes, it's great for just, learning things and laughing while you're driving.
Yes.
Okay, spin the wheel again.
Okay, yay. Here I go. I'm going to do it like I ate Wheaties.
Oh, oops. Bro. No, I'm just kidding. It did break a little bit, but it's okay. Don't worry about it.
See,
we're on fashion trends.
All right.
Okay, what do you think about thigh-high boots?
I kind of like them.
I do too. I have like 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I like them. I don't look so good in them because I'm short. You're tall, so you look like a goddess in them, I'm sure. I'm a little 5'3". I look like I'm on stilts. I'm all, and my little thighs come up to my butt.
I do love, I was almost going to wear these black thigh-high boots.
Really?
Today with one of the outfits, but then I thought that might be a little much for a podcast, so I didn't.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I won't wear it for the next one. I reserve the right. Why not? Why do podcasts have to be serious? They don't have to be.
I agree 100%.
Who cares?
No.
I might do it next time.
I think you should.
Okay, turtlenecks.
Love them.
Really?
Mock turtlenecks.
Oh, mock turtlenecks. I don't love turtlenecks. They scratch my neck.
Only mock.
Okay.
I'm particular.
Okay, what about lace-up front top?
Oh, lace up?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
that's cute. Right?
Yeah, it's cute.
Denim jumpsuits?
It depends, but I do like them.
They're cute, right?
Yeah, it depends.
Especially if they have a pocket in them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Those
like,
are overalls.
those are overalls. Oh. Hey, listen, I went a whole summer with my overalls that I just loved. It was like,
Really?
my overalls.
I like that they have like a million pockets in them. Your pockets full of stuff. Okay, one more thing. Let's see. What about corset tops?
Yeah, but they got to fit right because if things start like flapping over, then
flapping
yeah.
That's why we have Kybella.
Okay,
Perfect segue into cool sculpting or Kybella. Kybella's perfect
I want
for
to try
bra
that
fat.
M sculpt.
The M sculpt, that machine. We
On
just
the
go lay on that
botte.
thing. Every time I have
Yeah.
like 30 minutes, I
Oh
just
my
go lay on that
God.
thing. It's M sculpt is an electromagnetic sculpting device. It basically makes your muscle stimulated so intensely that more intensely than you ever could intentionally do.
Right.
So it gets your buttocks or your abs much firmer than they normally would.
I want to try that workout now that they put these.
The electrodes on you?
Yes.
So it's a similar idea.
I know,
Except
right?
it goes deeper because it's not just electrical, it's electromagnetic. So
Wow.
it goes like
Oh,
7
okay,
centimeters
okay.
deep. Really strong.
Ooh.
That's intense. I'm gonna put it, we try it today. Originally, my conception of this podcast was that we were going to have a spin the wheel for procedures and I was going to do the procedure on the person. Somehow that didn't work, especially with my male guests who didn't want lip filler. It didn't work. Okay, one more spin.
One more. I'll be gentle.
Where's the one where you win cash?
Let's see. Where's the cash?
There
What
isn't
color?
one. We should have a cash one. We should add a cash one.
Okay, let's see. What's this? Truth or dare?
Truth or dare?
Truth or dare?
Oh, see, we can't do
I was
that
gonna
one
say, are
either.
you
We're
gonna
have
make
to
it
do
as
so much
spicy?
editing now.
It's spicy. I like a
Ooh,
spicy.
You like a spicy? Okay, but then how are we gonna get you to do the thing?
What thing?
Like dare you to do what? I dare you to pick your nose and eat a booger.
Ew, no.
What can we do here? Like here and now? Like I dare you to
Don't
don't go there. See, the problem is my imagination is vivid when it comes to these kind of things. Let's see.
my God.
I dare you to
Well, you have to ask me truth or dare.
truth or dare.
Yeah, you can't dare
Oh, that's
me.
right. Okay, truth or dare.
Dare.
I dare you to pick your nose and eat your booger.
Oh, God, no. Truth. That's true. What do I win? Wait.
You get a chance to be on the Dr. Beauty podcast and to meet Anna Guanche again. And Rob and Courtney. But they can't, right? Okay, truth. The truth. Okay, truth.
Truth.
Where was your first kiss?
I don't know. I was a late bloomer.
Was it at the day of your wedding?
Oh, no. It wasn't that late. Think I'd still be married if I started that late? Oh, my God. So, I don't know. I can't remember. But I did go,
This is an evasive
You know what's
answer.
funny? Like we played this one game and I was
Tell me.
talking to Nikki. She was co-hosting with me one day on the podcast. And she's like, have you ever seen anybody have sex? And I was like, yes. And she's like, who? And I'm like, my mom. She's like, your mom. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I walked in. That was the first. No, it was the question was, when was the first time you've seen a penis? And I was like, when I walked in on my mom having.
Oh my God. That must have, how old were you?
Girl, that traumatized me. Why do you think I was a late bloomer?
That's why she was a late bloomer. You're like, God, so that's what it looks like? Oh.
Oh my God, it was funny.
There's a reason they
I
call
just
it bumping
screamed and
uglies.
ran. And my mom's Cuban, so of course she had to traumatize me even more.
What'd she do? Explain the whole thing?
She started screaming. Cuban went, Lisa, ¿por qué tiene que tocar la puerta? You have to knock on the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like
I
a
didn't
little
know.
kid.
I never expected you've been doing such a vile act.
I didn't know you had a boyfriend up in here.
What's going on? What have you done to me?
So funny.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't answer the question. I don't think.
Yeah, she did not answer the question, and she's evading the question. Let's see. We could ask you some other truth, like.
You can ask me. Go as spicy. I don't care.
Go as spicy.
You can ask me anything.
What should I ask her, Courtney? First sex? No.
First what? Sex?
Yeah, the first time you made love was where?
Oh, in public?
Oh, in public.
Okay.
Did you ever have sex in public?
Yes.
Where?
At a bar. And at a party.
Was it in New Orleans?
And at your house in the bathroom on Halloween.
Did you? She's telling the truth, too. Look at her face.
But you didn't know that, baby.
Okay, just for you guys that are listening, every year I have a gigantic Halloween party. And apparently, Elizabeth had a lot of fun at my party. And
hey, why waste that Mad Hatter costume?
Oh my God.
Remember you were Anna Nicole Smith?
Oh,
and your husband
party?
was, that was a wild party. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a fun party.
You know, I didn't have that party last year or the year before, but next year I'm going to double it up.
Oh, yeah. Am I still invited, though?
Of course. Well, now. Did you clean up afterwards?
I did. No, I'm just kidding.
So that was what was on the mirror.
You said have a good time.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I don't know if we can beat that.
I'm just kidding.
No, she's not kidding.
I
don't think she's kidding. Look at how much she's laughing. I think it's real. Let's take a vote from our audience members. Do you think that she had sex in the bathroom at my Halloween party? Or do you think she didn't?
Am I
Look
red?
at how she's all blushing. If you guys are just listening to this, you got to go see it on YouTube because she is 3 shades of red right now.
Oh.
Well.
Hey, surprise.
I don't think we're going to top that one. Happy Halloween. I know. Which bathroom was it? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just kidding.
No, I know. She's kidding, you guys. Well, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I've had such a great time. And I always have fun with you, girl.
Always. Every time I see you, we laugh. So hard.
So hard.
And I can't believe you had sex in my bathroom.
I know.
But I actually can believe it. And that's probably why you're here.
But at least you keep at least you keep your cabinets nice and organized.
Oh, God. At least you have plenty of paper towels.
Back stock of toilet paper in your house.
Oh my God.
I'm like, when's the next party?
Yeah, well, next party.
Mike wants to know.
Well, babies, thanks for joining us on our podcast with Elizabeth Morales, parentheses Rubenstein, when she feels like being Jewish. We really had a lot of fun today.
We did. Thank you for having me. It's always so fun.
Love you.
Love you, girl.
Bye, babies.